My job was to make sure that Germán, the composer, had the best musicians available for his music, and also to coordinate with the technical and the creative side. And we also wanted, of course, to showcase the beautiful imagery by the director Martín Subirá. The music composed by Germán was something that could really transport you to the Antarctica, and you could really feel the cold in its music. Organizing to have an orchestra while playing the music and the film live, there is also a technical challenge there because we have to play synchronized. So every musician in the concert is wearing headphones to be totally in sync with the picture, and this is really like watching a movie but with a better soundtrack because it's live. Of the restrictions of COVID, we have a very limited amount of people available to record, or we could only fit 5 people at a time to record. That means what usually would have taken 2 or 3 days to record in a full setting, an orchestra setting with strings in a way, then strings one day, then woodwinds, then percussion, everything separated, but in 2 or 3 days. We needed to take about 10 days because we needed to record 5 people at a time because of these COVID restrictions. And then it was technically challenging also technically because we had almost 7,000 tracks to mix together. So because we were recording 5 people at a time, having 7,000 tracks to mix together, it was something new also. We were working at the limits of the computing challenge, the computing power that we have, so a technical challenge as well. So it was a polar challenge for us as well, and we really managed to get something. So I guess to honor the music of Germán and to bring it to the best we could in the circumstances of COVID and everything we had to deal with back then.
Antarctica is a unique place. Its role is extremely important and necessary for a natural balance in all the ecosystems on the planet Earth. Many cycles of nature are only possible thanks to the contribution of this ice continent. Antarctica is an immense continent, contains 70% of the planet's fresh water and has the world's largest reserve of this resource. In contrast with the planet's extreme north, the Arctic is made entirely of ice without a solid continental rock base. In the central zone, the winds easily reach 300 kilometers per hour and a temperature close to 90 degrees below, the lowest temperature recorded on the planet. Masses of accumulated ice flow slowly under their own weight. Some of them reach the ocean and turn into blue icebergs. Antarctic was not always a continent of rock and ice. 70 million years ago, the landscape was completely different. Climate gave life to thousands of species that are now all extinct.
The first time I listened to music of Herman, I was very happy because this is exactly the style I love. And it's a very emotional music. And for such an important movie about nature in Antarctica, I think that's a perfect fit. The music is really very touching, it's very moving. You know, the music is the universal language. And if it's right, if the composition is right, and it's fitting with what you see, with the picture and with the storyline, then the whole experience is enhanced. I love it, especially if I can tell the audience a little bit of the process behind the scene, so to say.
Sind das Team zwei argentinische Leute, der Komponist und der Regisseur sind Argentinier, und Sie werden es nicht glauben, die haben keine Kosten und Mühen gescheut, sind ins Flugzeug gestiegen und sind hierher gekommen. Sie sind tatsächlich hier im Saal und begrüßen Sie mit mir nun. Please welcome Martin Subira, the director, and the composer Herman Tello. Hey, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Let's talk a little bit about the movie Antarctica, which is very important, and there are many big and important documentaries right now about what the human race does to our planet.
Yes.
So how was it shooting the documentary? You had to be there, right?
This place is so important for entire planet, and we must to see this alarm because happen things in Antarctica, and the scientists try to tell to everybody about the climate change.
Right. Yeah. Very important thing. Thank you so much. I think this is. We have the popcorn movies for our fun and enjoyment, and then we have this really very important documentaries, very important work.
But it's a unique place when it's for all countries. They have a treaty signed for all nations and make hope for everybody because the nation can put in agreement for take care of that place, an entire continent.
They but are finally, the heroes there.
Yeah, but finally we did it and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
the Deception Island with its horseshoe shape. It has one of the only 3 active volcanoes on the continent. This little crustacean is one of the most amazing species on the planet. It is key in this ecosystem. eating, warm-blooded mammals are the largest animals in the world. Many species of whales coexist in this sea. Lichens, algae, fungi and mosses, and two very resistant grasses species are the few organisms that have known how to adapt to these hard conditions, and they are only found on ice-free coastal regions.
Bueno, con el director Martín nos conocimos trabajando en unos comerciales para televisión y luego, un año después, él me mostró las primeras imágenes sin editar que tenía de su viaje a la Antártida y me comentó que le encantaría trabajar conmigo y poder crear una música que acompañe esas hermosas imágenes. Tuvimos la posibilidad de poder tomarnos tiempo para realmente buscar ese sonido que deseábamos. Martín siempre también es una persona que está muy interesada en la música y que para él le da realmente importancia a esta parte de la postproducción. Entonces, buscando juntos el sonido, pudimos llegar a encontrarnos en el mismo sonido que buscábamos. El hecho de trabajar con una orquesta cambió realmente todo el planteo de cómo hacer la música. Por un lado porque bueno, habría que escribirla toda la música, hacer las partes de cada uno de los instrumentos, habría que adaptarnos a los tiempos de grabación, el tema también de trabajar grabando una orquesta en plena pandemia, el hecho de tener gente maravillosa como fue el trabajar con Carlos y con Daniel y con Johannes Vogel, un director con muchísima experiencia grabando bandas sonoras de Hans Zimmer, bueno, compositor también de la banda sonora de Hércules. Realmente fue un honor poder contar con él para la dirección orquestal y yo creo que sin ellos no se hubiera podido llevar a cabo semejante proyecto en las condiciones de pandemia que consideraron un desafío inmenso, pero que abordaron de manera increíble y bueno, el resultado lo demuestra por sí solo. Yo creo que el hecho del concierto fue el broche de oro, de decir, bueno, esto nos llevó hasta este momento a vivir esta experiencia, a compartir esto con Martín, con el director. Nos demuestra que realmente todo ha valido la pena.
The penguins are the largest group of birds on this continent. More than 120,000 couples come to live in colonies. By spring, the first individuals arrive on the rocky shores of the Antarctic Peninsula. The eggs they will have this year will be the target of many predators. If the eggs survive, the chicks will see the light of day for the first time after 1 month. Skuas nest a short distance away from the penguin colony. They also need to feed their young before the start of winter. The young penguins are now alone. They get together to protect themselves from any danger. The kindergartens are formed. Soon, they will change all their feathers and get into the sea until the next season. In each Antarctic landscape, there is harmony and peace. The little intervention of humans in this ecosystem is a great benefit, and it is something that should be maintained. By all nations, commits us to preserving this portion of the earth